Welcome back to the broadcast. American President Joe Biden fell 3 times whilst attempting to board Air Force One on his way to Atlanta. Strong winds are being blamed for the triple stumble by Press Secretary Karine Jean-Pierre, who assured the press that the president was doing fine. Moments after the falls, the president completed his ascent and recovered from the mishap by giving a salute at the top of the stairs before departing to meet with Asian American community leaders in the wake of a massage parlor massacre. The tumbles have raised further concerns over the aging president's fitness for office. They also came after he suffered a hairline fracture in his right foot playing with dog Major in November, after which he was required to wear a boot for weeks. Biden, who is the oldest U.S. president, is not the first president to stumble on the stairs to the plane. In 1975, President Gerald Ford fell down the stairs of Air Force One after arriving in Austria. In other news, the Ministry of Health continues to receive support from private business organizations in the fight against the COVID-19 pandemic. More in this report from Fennell Neptune.
The Ministry of Health recently received a donation of COVID-19 vaccine stickers and fuel vouchers from Sol EC Limited and First National Bank to aid in the successful rollout of the COVID-19 vaccination drive. General Manager of Sol EC Limited, St. Lucia and Dominica, Deborah Raphael Edwards, says it was necessary to make a contribution towards combating the COVID-19 pandemic and also giving back to the hard-working nurses.
Sol EC Limited, as good corporate partners, when we found out that the stickers were indeed running out and there was a small need within the ministry, we thought it fitting that we should partner with the ministry, given that COVID has been a very difficult time for us as St. Lucians, and as you've heard, even what Ms. Lord said, hope, we are really and truly rounding the corner. So we decided that we would come on board with the ministry to partner. We think this is just the first of many opportunities to work with the ministry.
Manager of Projects and Services of First National Bank, Robert Ferrier, says his organization is aimed at caring for St. Lucians and giving back to the community.
We are here as an indigenous institution to support you in whatever way that we can, and so I extend that support further once it's necessary. First National Bank will be there as an indigenous institution supporting the ministry and of course the people of St. Lucia by extension.
Director of the Bureau of Health Education, Natasha Lloyd Felix, expressed heartfelt gratitude to First National Bank and Sol EC Limited for the donation and says it will be very instrumental in the advancement of the COVID-19 vaccination drive.
That sticker has done so much for us at the ministry because people came forward when we had none left, asking for their stickers, wanting pictures with their stickers, and found themselves in a position to become advocates on behalf of not only the Ministry of Health but for St. Lucia, to ensure that we led the charge collectively as a nation to give hope for a change for the better, a hope for us to return to what's normal, and a hope that we now can move forward collectively as a nation to take charge of our health and our well-being. So you've seen the value of these stickers, which I think is more of a statement than a sticker, says a lot, because though small, it's very tangible, it's very meaningful. And so we thank you with great gratitude.
The ministry also thanked private physician Dr. Tanya Brobre for her dedication and commitment in mobilizing the private business organizations to support the rollout of the COVID-19 vaccination drive. The Ministry of Health received a total of 20,000 COVID-19 vaccination stickers, $1,000 fuel vouchers, and thermal flask bottles. Reporting from the Communications Unit of the Ministry of Health and Wellness, I am Fennell Neptune.
The UWI Open Campus St. Lucia, in collaboration with the GEF Small Grants Program UNDP, recently hosted its 4th country conference under the theme Visioning Sustainable Futures, Confronting the Threat of Climate Change and Climate Variability, which provided a platform to share existing research and disseminate information on St. Lucia.
The conference's opening ceremony was addressed by renowned climate change champion Dr. James Fletcher, who not only took the audience through the genesis of climate change and its impact on St. Lucia and the region, but also systematically laid out a range of possible solutions that could be applied at the governmental policy level as well as by the average individual in their daily lives. Day one of the conference consisted of presentations by a stellar list of local, regional and international experts and agencies who, although presenting rigorous ongoing scientific research, did so in a manner that the layman could appreciate and which encouraged public interaction and discourse with the presenters. Day two of the conference saw presenters focus on a range of climate change-related topics including historical and future trends in climate-related hazards by Dr. Cedric Van Merbeek, Caribbean Institute for Meteorology and Hydrology, climate change and economic development implications for seeds, the case of St. Lucia by Dr. Clarence Henry, OECS Commission St. Lucia, St. Lucia's climate policy environment towards concrete action by Mrs. Dawn Pierre Nathaniel, Department of Sustainable Development St. Lucia, the impact of climate change on fisheries and aquaculture by Ms. Makiba Felix, Department of Fisheries St. Lucia, the climate change and meteorotropical pollinators, the state of knowledge, policies and programs in Caribbean small island states by Dr. Lena Dampwolf, Planning Division of the Ministry of Planning and Development of Trinidad and Tobago. The day's proceedings ended with a unique presentation by Sherid Mohammed, PhD candidate in the Literatures in English program, which focused on the work of novelist Wilson Harris, father of UWI Vice-Chancellor Emeritus, Professor E. Nigel Harris. His presentation brought the more spiritual side of climate change to the fore, reminding all that climate change is much as a religious and spiritual challenge as it is a scientific, political, and economic one. The conference concluded on day 3 with a sectoral focus on fisheries, forestry, health, and energy. The first presentation was by Dr. Shelley Ann Cox, UWI Center for Resource Management and Environmental Studies, on the topic Climate Change Impacts on the Caribbean Fisheries Sector, followed by Ms. Shanna Emanuel's contribution on climate change and knowledge platforms, OECS Commission St. Lucia, Ms. Nicole Lafos Haynes, Department of Forestry St. Lucia. Presentation on sustainable harvesting of the Larsen incense tree, Ms. Bethia Thomas, PhD candidate, SEMIS UWI Cave Hill. Presentation on adaptation planning for pelagic sargassum influxes in the Eastern Caribbean, a St. Lucia case study. Reporting for the Hot 7 News, I am Novita Emmanuel Green.
This is the Hot 7 TV Nightly News. When we come back, we have the latest weather updates.